Bing
This is a non-speak
bong!
podcast.
Bing bong, bing
Gets
bong.
me.
Welcome to the CineBoiz podcast, part of the Cork Bats Podcast Network. If you don't know what Cork Bats is, be sure to follow them on social media at Cork Bats on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Cork Bats on YouTube, and visit corkbats.com. Our review of Blackberry is coming to the corkbats.com website very soon, so be on the lookout for that, probably within the next day or two, depending on when you're listening to this. We are the CineBoiz, the movie, TV, gaming branch of Cork Bats. You can keep up with us on social media at CineBoiz on Twitter and Instagram. TikTok coming soon. The enthusiasm
Maybe. Who's to
wasn't
say?
there. It wasn't there, so we're not doing it. Okay, cool. Maybe one day it'll be there. I'll keep pushing it.
TikTok scares me, man.
Yeah, well, I am Kenny. I'm one of the co-hosts of the
Teens
CineBoiz
scare me.
podcast. And today I am joined by all three of my co-hosts. Tom is back. Tom's back. Let's start with Tom. Tom, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm really good. What are you big on?
A couple things. I saw this the other day, and it made me laugh, but I'm big on Gen Z bringing back flip phones.
Yeah, dude.
And I just love that because it shows, I don't know how to describe it exactly, but it's just this like detox from all this like crazy smartphones and just social media. I just think it's refreshing, and kids are just getting really into like how we used to live in the late 90s and early 2000s, and I just think it's awesome. And I hope like it's to the point where like Nokia has been seeing like sales in their boring flip phones like kind of skyrocket recently, and it's awesome. But I hope that this nostalgia trend just really takes off and that they can bring back Blockbuster. That's really what my end goal
Ooh.
here is, because I think that would be amazing.
Okay, I have a few thoughts on this. The
Bob,
first
send the
one being
GIF.
like,
Time is a flat circle.
are like these kids like getting these flip phones because their parents aren't letting them have smartphones?
No.
Because
No, they're doing
It's
it
for
willingly.
sure like they've grown up with anything at their fingertips that they want, and they're trying something new, which is
Yeah,
makes
no,
me
this-
kind of like I had to go without.
Yeah.
You get to choose to go without, so that's why they're doing it. Obviously.
do they not know? Like, are they not aware that smartphones are just so much better than flip phones? Like, the technology is 1,000 times better than a flip phone.
That might be, but there's a lot of factors with this.
But when
Like,
you grow up totally connected, maybe you just kind of want to unconnect for.
well,
a
that's the
second.
thing. That's
Also,
talking about was like people they're wanting to detox from all like the screen time.
Yeah.
Because like there's people are starting to realize that like social media and whatnot is having a huge like mental health impact on kids. And so I think that's part of what's driving this like trend into just flip phones. Just like, oh, this is so much simpler.
Get me a razor.
Also-
I'm happy.
also, T9 is way better than whatever we're using. Steve Jobs predicting my speech.
Yeah.
Okay, again, I disagree with this.
Here comes from someone who didn't use T9
Okay.
and sucked at it. And
Okay.
probably was
I
like,
used
I don't
T9.
know how to use this.
I used T9. I was
You could text
fucking
blind
champ
with
at it.
T9. It was freaking awesome.
Exactly.
Okay, but it's still
In the pocket.
better. Like, a smartphone
Homie-
is better
homie,
technology.
I could sit in class like this, texting, wouldn't even have to look at what I'm sending, and I would know what it would say.
Yeah.
I can use a phone today, be sitting there looking at it, texting, and I'll hit send, and the last word, for some reason,
It's always the
Jobs is
last
like,
word.
Hey,
Always the last word.
you know, that word does make sense here, but I think this word makes more sense. And then you send it, and it says, like, moon instead of noon. You're like, hey, meet you at moon.
Maybe, I don't know.
I mean,
It's
also
like-
we just got the ability to edit text in the year of our Lord 2023.
You
Yeah.
couldn't edit text with a smart or a flip phone.
I know, but you didn't need to.
Okay, here's what I'm going to say. It's like I had this conversation with, like, somebody
Also,
who's a lot
low-rise
older.
jeans are back.
Somebody who was a lot older. I won't say who, but a lot older than me. Said something at our family gathering where they were like, "You just can't beat an old school atlas." And I said, "Yes, yes, you can beat an old school atlas with GPS. It's 1,000 times better." And they're like, "What are you talking about? Always let you down." First of all, yes, it can get confusing, but it typically doesn't let you down. Secondly, an atlas doesn't know where you're at in relation to where you're going. So don't ever tell me that an atlas is better than GPS or Waze. It's not. And then secondly, that's the same thing for smartphones and flip phones. You can do so much more with a smartphone than you can a flip phone. I get the mental health stuff. that's cool. But don't ever try to convince me that a flip phone is going to be better than a smartphone.
I
You're not gonna
don't
be
think
able to
they're
do it.
trying to convince you.
I don't
that.
think
I
it
they're
better
just
is the
trying to-
argument. Better is not the argument.
I think they're just trying to like simplify their lives.
I don't think anybody would argue that
I like
flip phone
complication.
technologically better than a Razor. I think we
my
would
only
all
argument
agree.
is T9 is better than the predictive text that we have today. It was smarter. That's the only argument I have.
And I just think it's so funny that kids are like seeing, what you're capable of doing with smartphones. They're like, I want to go with the flip phone.
That's the.
But I just want to take off so much that we get Blockbuster again. I don't know.
That's so much like the older brother, younger brother thing. Like I worked so hard for this, and I built such a awesome foundation for you, and you're just saying no, thank you.
Yeah.
Or just like I felt like, shout out to my brother. I felt like I worked really hard to break down barriers, and then he came along and he was just this big old nerd and didn't ever want to do anything, and just like, dude, I risked my life for you.
So that your
Here you are
curfew
doing
could
homework
be
on a Friday
11
night.
p.m.
Well, cool.
You're in bed at
Long it took me to
9:30.
get the curfew to midnight from 10. It was a struggle.
Tom, do you think you're going to go back to a flip phone?
I doubt it, but I just respect the effort.
Okay. that's
Amy
fair.
had a real like she was like, I think I'm gonna do this, and the only reason she ended up not doing it was because we get my phones through work at a big discount,
Nice.
and it ended up being cheaper to buy a smartphone than a new upgraded flip phone. The new upgraded flip phones are not like that inexpensive because they still do more things than the old flip phones.
Right.
Sure. That's just
Like
gonna happen.
they actually have apps now. Like, okay, Ken, if you could get a Razor with like legitimately working like Google Maps on it,
No.
an iMessage.
100% no. Like, like there's no question. I'm sticking with my iPhone. Like, I'm never gonna get anything other than an iPhone unless something crazy happens in there's a whole paradigm shift within smartphones. I'm always only ever gonna get iPhones.
Ken's such a Gen Xer.
I
love
really
it.
am.
You were born in the
really am.
wrong era. You should have been born in 1979.
Definitely.
Probably. That would have been nice.
Well, Tom, I'm glad you're here.
I got one more thing though.
Oh, he's got
Oh,
I did say a couple
Tom's
things.
not
a
dumb.
couple things.
We have recently been going back and watching Community.
It's so-
Laura had never seen it. I gave up on it at one point. I don't remember why, but it's been a treat.
It doesn't grab you like some of the other shows, but the episodes and the jokes build on each, and it's just man.
Well, it's been funny.
so
It's
good.
been interesting because like I remember
First
there's
3
a point,
seasons are amazing.
and we're somewhere in the middle of season 3, I think. But
Yeah.
there's at one point I was trying to remember like at what point did I give up on it initially, because there was a time where I was like, this show's I think a little too weird for my humor, but then we keep seeing episodes that like, oh wait, no, I actually do remember this. So I feel like I've seen at least maybe 4 seasons probably, and I kind of pooped out on it. But going back through it, it's been a lot of fun because I don't know, it feels like it's a warm blanket sometimes. It's just nice and comforting. I don't know. I just like it.
It's a good show. Well, that's cool. Tom?
That's it.
Glad you're here. Glad you're here. Kevin, how are you?
I'm good.
What are you big on?
I'm big on Apple TV. They're
Yeah.
moving up my hierarchy of streaming services. I think they're number 2 in my power rankings now. I think it'll go HBO, Apple TV Plus. They've done it again, another banger with Silo. I'm up to date. I won't spoil anything for anyone, but I already can tell I'm going to love this show. It's going to be incredible. I can't wait for next week already. So just the list they've compiled with so Ted Lasso, Silo. I watch Slow Horses. I recommend Tom for sure. You should watch Slow Horses. I think it'd be right up your
It's
alley.
on my list.
Really good. I also really enjoyed For All of Mankind. And I feel like I'm missing a big one.
Severance.
Is probably
Yeah.
one of my favorite
And then I
shows
also
currently
watched
on.
Blackbird like a month ago. I really enjoyed that. Taron Egerton, solid
Okay.
job.
Looks
They
good.
don't put out a lot of misses. Like it's
Shrinking.
definitely
Shrinking
quality
is
over
great.
quantity right now, which is nice. So something comes out and you're like, oh, that's solid. I really loved Cha Cha Real Smooth. That was one of my favorite movies.
So good.
So Apple TV's, I just feel like killing it. They're getting bigger and bigger stars to come over.
And I feel like
And
it's a lot of like people get Apple TV to watch Ted Lasso.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
they're
Then
like,
they
I have
realize.
this, and then they're like, I'll watch other.
What
shows
else is on here? Yeah.
Well, that's exactly what happened to me. It's like it drew me in for Ted Lasso, and I was like, oh, okay, look at this.
I mean-
And part of it's kind of like I don't have as much choice, so I just pick something. I'm not paralyzed by like the Netflix effect where I just have so much to scroll through. I end up scrolling for an hour and never watching anything.
Yeah.
There's like 10 shows to pick from.
Yeah.
You just
And they're all pretty good.
and they're
Yeah.
all pretty solid. I still feel like I'm missing a show, but
Do you
Yeah,
watch
Apple
Mythic
TV.
Quest?
huh?
Mythic Quest.
Oh, people love that. I haven't watched it yet.
It's great.
But people love it. So I'd
love
say its batting average on shows it puts out very high.
Very high.
I think like I said, I think it would go HBO Max. That's still, or just Max now, I guess. That's still number one in my book. I'm watching the Elizabeth Olsen show right now.
That's fantastic.
It's very
I love it.
interesting.
Yeah. Well, there was they made the
What's the name of the show before we talk about it?
Love and Death.
Love and Death.
But there was a show that came out like maybe a year ago on Hulu, and it was called Candy, and it had Jessica Biel in it, and it was like the same story. And it's like nobody's talking about that show. We watched it;
Well,
it was pretty good.
'cause
But
it's
Love and
Jessica
Death
Biel.
is a lot better.
I mean, Jessica Biel peaked in 2008.
Oh wow!
Kind of mean, but true.
I mean, I think she's had some good stuff,
2012.
but she is definitely more like. I mean, Elizabeth Olsen is going to be on a higher on the
Right.
marquee, unfortunately, than Jessica Biel is.
Is there anyone that's I still think it's funny. I was talking to someone the other day who legitimately didn't know that Elizabeth Olsen was the Olsen twins' was their sister.
What?
Really?
Yeah, and I was like, how?
I do
But
not.
it's crazy how she overtook their fame.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Just
Do you think there was someone out there who's like, yeah, you're watching the twins right now. I get it. They're having their time, but just wait.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
younger sister.
If there
there were, that person's really
honest
creepy.
about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are. They look like they're
That's
always
real creepy.
a ghost in a mountain hotel somewhere.
The twins.
Yeah,
They might be the Shining twins.
that's what I was going for. Yeah.
I didn't actually get that. It took a second for my brain to register what you were
I couldn't
saying.
think of the name of the hotel, so I just had to say
Overlook Hotel.
Overlook, yeah.
yes, the Overlook Hotel. But yeah, and I don't know what I would rank third. I think it would come down to, I guess, Hulu or Netflix for 3.
I would say Netflix. Hulu gets on my nerves. Unless it has live TV. Hulu's been getting on my nerves lately. So we do a thing where we have Hulu with live for 6 months, and then we don't have it for 6 months. And right now we're in a 6-month period where we don't have it.
You just football season, basically.
Right. Football's over.
Smart.
Academy Awards are over. So like March to September, we really don't need it. Although like I'm starting to think I want to watch NBA playoffs and stuff. But alas, anyways,
Just do it for a month, starting in like 2 weeks, and then watch the finals, and then get out.
yeah, we'll see. But yeah, no, Hulu without live is like, I think is terrible. Like there's really nothing good on there. I mean, save for every once in a while, there's a good like original show like Pam and Tommy, but I don't like the user interface either. We've had this conversation before, but
It's not good.
yeah, but I'm with you. I think I agree. Your rankings are probably mine as well at this point.
I've got a bit of a. You said their user interface. The select button on my remote is crapping out, and that's been a big time problem in my life for the
I'm
last
really
week.
sorry.
I just ordered a replacement remote yesterday, and I'm like counting down the hours till it gets here tomorrow.
What kind of
because,
TV do you have? Can you use your phone as a remote?
I can. It doesn't. It's a Samsung, so I can connect remotely. It takes a while to connect, so it's like, is this worth it?
Is it working?
So,
Yeah, I get you. Well, cool. Kevin, I'm glad you're here, man. Like, it's good to hear that you're really into Apple TV. I'm really happy for you.
yeah, and Apple TV. I've been watching. Not that it matters. I'm splitting the soccer subscription with a couple friends.
Oh, nice.
And I'm an MLS boy now. Not to brag.
Dude, what's your team?
I'm better than all of you guys.
What's your team?
Cool.
Top of
mean-
the table.
You can have it.
STL City.
Ah,
SC.
idiot.
I am gonna go. I think I'm going to
Verde.
the Austin STL City game in
Ooh.
August. Me and
In
my
Austin?
friend Paul, I believe. Yeah. No,
Damn.
St. Louis. unfortunately.
Oh well. Go Verde. Go FC.
Go Dogs.
That's what I say. Well, Kev, man, glad you're here, dude. And then we got Nashville Mob. Not much longer, but he's still Nashville Mob.
Every time you say howdy, I think of the shark from Toy Story that pops out of the chest.
Howdy,
of the cowboy
howdy,
hat.
howdy.
Howdy, howdy, howdy.
Hi,
I'm Woody.
howdy, howdy, howdy.
Every time. I'm going to miss that. I'm going to miss it.
I don't know. I think howdy's just kind of my thing now.
Yeah. Will you still?
like
Should we still call you Nashville Mob when you move?
I like KC Mob better.
KC Mob
KC
sounds
Mob.
pretty dope.
Well, it's a real thing.
Yeah, and there's ties.
Exactly.
I
Not
like
watched
it.
Fargo.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
Or Casino. Casino, they talked
Yeah.
about it.
I mean, Lee
KC
Summit
Mob.
Mob doesn't have quite the same ring to it.
Yeah.
No, of course not. It's got to be KC Mob.
Yeah. Well, Mob. Let me
What's
ask you this.
what's Lee Summit's mascot?
Eagles. I have no idea.
Come on.
I'm not from there.
Nah, but
This is the greatest homecoming that's not a homecoming. You know?
It's funny. Well, Mob, let me ask you this, man. What are you big on?
I am big on, have been for a long time, but just watched Air, so I'm big on Jordan 1s. They're the greatest shoe
Nice.
ever created, and
Yeah.
I won't hear anything else.
Do you
He
have
was so good.
Do you
I'll
have
never-
a pair of Jordan ones?
I have multiple pairs of
Okay,
Jordan 1s.
okay.
yeah,
I
which
collect
ones you
a
got
little
these days? I never win the draw for those. It's
bit.
always
I haven't
a draw
won a
I don't
draw in
wanna
a
win.
while, but
And
I
I don't
really,
wanna
I really
buy
want,
'em either.
I really want, I really, really, really. So a week from today is the draw for the
Yep,
Spider-Man.
I'm signed up.
Jordan 1s.
Ooh,
Those look sick.
like Miles
The-
Morales colors.
Well, so it's like
Let me pull them up.
they're versions of the Chicago ones.
They're
so they're red
awesome.
and black,
They're
but they've
freaking
got
cool.
like multiverse type stuff in it, and the
Oh,
bottoms
nice.
of them glow in the dark.
Oh, that's
Where are
cool.
they?
They're red, but they glow in the dark, and so these are my white whale pair
They're so cool.
currently. But yeah,
I don't think I'm
right.
seeing them. Because all I see is one that kind of looks like a bomb pop.
yeah, that's not it. That's
Nike
not
Air
it.
Force One, Spider-Man, Nat.
Well, see, you're looking at Air Force Ones, you numbskull.
Okay,
They're
the-
Jordan ones.
Jordan.
Yeah.
Air Force Ones and Jordan Ones, two different shoes.
Okay.
Come on.
Skull.
Okay.
You
okay.
probably think Dunks and Jordan Ones are the same too.
Look,
don't you?
okay, let me just clear something
Whoa.
up real
Whoa.
quick.
Mob is on fire today. He's
Yeah.
spitting.
I grew up poor. All right, we didn't get Nikes. We went to Payless Shoe Source, and I always
Oh, yeah.
got the
Aren't
ones
they
that had
called
turtle
Next Chap?
bomb.
I went to Payless shoe stores too. You're talking to the guy who had to wear women's shoes at one point.
They're
Dude.
called Next Chapter if you're looking for them.
Why?
They're
I don't
sweet.
know.
I'm trying to get them, find them
They
so I
were cheaper.
can. Spider-Man
You got to get the
Next
sneakers app.
Chap.
That's the best way to look at them.
Well, I don't believe.
You'll
But
never,
anyway.
you'll never win anything you
There we
really
go.
want. It's always a shoe you're kind of like, eh.
So these are
Correct.
glow in the dark, huh?
The soles of them.
The soles do, yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Not good for sneaking around, but everything else.
Yeah,
trying
they're
to-
just Jordan ones. Love them.
Yeah, that's pretty sick, bro.
Yeah, Mob, you've been a sneakerhead for a minute now.
Yep.
I moved away from Columbia and got into shoes because I didn't have any friends.
I feel like you were into shoes though before you left.
That's like how I feel. Like I moved away from you guys, and
These
I've
inanimate
got some
objects are my new friends.
I got
You
some
complete
weird
me.
hobbies. Yeah. Well, cool, Mob, man, dude. Glad you're here, bro. Glad you're here.
Hey, Ken, do us a favor and let us know what you're big on.
All right, here's what I'm big on. I've been very excited to share this with you guys. Formula One. I'm like kind of into
Oh,
it
no.
now.
You're one of those guys.
Nice.
Ah,
Kinda
this is
into it
terrible.
now. I found the Netflix show. I
I
found
hear
it.
it's great. I want to watch it.
So
I
you're
finally
like 3
found
years
it.
behind with currently
We're
going on.
pretty much all caught up. We watched like all of it, and me and my
Okay.
wife are now
So you're still a year behind.
obsessed. Yeah, true. But and now that's another reason why we were thinking about going back to Hulu Live, is because like, we can watch F1. But we also live in Austin, where Circuit of the Americas is, and now it's like if you're gonna live in any town that's like gonna get into F1, it's gonna be the town that has an F1 racetrack. I think there's only 2 in America total. There's
Miami,
and
Austin. I thought there was one more.
There might be.
See, I know all this against my will. I don't even want to know this.
Dude, it's so cool. I love it. It's so interesting. All the drivers are like really interesting people. Like we're really into it. So like I've suddenly just gotten really into F1 racing. And I'm honestly, I'm thinking about getting a pass for the
Nice.
race in October.
goodness.
It's like $400, but you get the whole weekend. It's like an event. It's not like you just go to a race. Like it's a weekend event where you just hang out at the track.
And Kat likes it too?
Celebrities. Yeah, she loves it. So we were like legit
Well,
looking at
you know
passes.
what? I'll say this. If you can both get into it together, I say go for it.
Yeah.
Just don't tell me about it.
The only problem is that like it's very much a sport where you can definitely feel the disparity in like incomes, because
I was
like
going to say it's a class warfare sport for sure.
God, dude, like the rich people who go to those things, man, like they're not
Well, like the one in Miami is
around.
just like Mahomes was posting about it all weekend last weekend. And
Yeah.
or Brittany was, somebody was.
Yeah, like the big race, like the big F1 race every year is Monaco. And that's like, if you go to Monaco, like you're going to spend like thousands of dollars.
Oh yeah,
That's also where Tony Stark fought what's his face
Mickey
in the
Rourke.
middle of the track, Mickey Rourke,
That's a really good point. That's a really good point.
to
So
tie
that's-
it back into movies.
That's what I'm big on. The
Yeah.
other thing that I'm big on is really not that big of a deal, but like my day cleared up. I had something I had to go do at noon today, and then it got canceled. So
That's
Oh,
such a
that's
good
the
feeling. I'm
best.
so happy for you.
yeah, dude,
I
it
love
is
that.
Especially on a Saturday.
Yeah.
Holy
feeling.
cow, dude.
Well, it wasn't going to be a big deal. I just had to take something to recycling. Like,
But now
something
you don't
they
have to
couldn't come pick
leave.
up.
Yeah,
But we're having
can stay
thunderstorms,
home.
and they're like, you can't bring stuff when there's thunderstorms. So reschedule. I was like,
Dude, there's such
Nice.
a good. I love a good rainy weekend where it's like, shoot, I can't do what I was supposed to do. Like I was gonna mow the backyard today, and it rained like early this morning. I was like, shoot, too wet.
Can't do it now.
can't do it
darn.
today.
Guess I'll
Yeah.
play video games.
Guess we're going to be
Yeah,
watching
stay
Silo
inside.
today. All right. Well,
Amy will often ask me like, "What are your plans for the day on a Saturday?" And it's just kind of like, "Well,
What are your plans?
yeah." I
Yeah.
say, "Well, what are you gonna be up to?" And she'll list like 3 or 4 things, and then I'm just like, "Oh, I
None of those
had
involve
my
me.
eye
so...
on this YouTube video that's saved to my queue."
been burning a hole in my
So relatable.
DVR.
yeah, I'm going to go watch like mountain bike reviews for like 6 hours. Like, that's probably what's going to happen.
Not gonna buy a mountain bike.
You're not?
No, I end up watching things on YouTube that have not a lot of interest in doing in real life, but
If
in
you
my
had
perfect
unlimited
world.
resources
Yeah,
and
like
all
I
the
love
time in the world. Yeah.
I've gotten away from it lately, but I love to watch dudes build log cabins.
Oh, that's,
just
Same.
that's a great
so
genre. Great YouTube
relaxing.
genre.
so relaxing. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I fall asleep. I could fall asleep to that.
Yeah.
I have. I do.
Oh, guys, look, we're all here. Here's the thing. We talked about it before the show started. Kind of a slow week. No wide release this week. We're all getting kind of caught up on some stuff. So we just kind of wanted to talk about things that we're interested in. And one of the first things that came to mind was Tom, because Tom is our resident horror boy. And that's
Horror.
horror boy.
Merger.
Horror boy. And he's got some exciting
Who's
exciting
the
movies
boys?
he's been wanting to talk about. He's been burning a hole in his pocket, wanting to get them out to us. So we're going to open up the floor to Tom, and then we're going to talk about how much Kevin really wants to see these movies. So, Tom, what do you got for us?
Okay.
I love horror movies.
As has been established, I am the resident horror boy.
Horror boy.
Poor boy.
So I've dubbed this segment Tommy's Terrors.
Tommy's
And this is just going to be a quick little review of upcoming scary flicks for the year. And there's quite a few, but there's really, I was running down this list the other day. There's really only a couple that I'm like kind of excited for. First one, there is going to be a new Exorcist movie coming out later this year by David Gordon Green. Typically, I wouldn't be that into it, but I feel like he did a decent job at the recent Halloween franchise. And so this one I think has some potential. I did see, though, the most recent information on it was apparently there was a test screening in New York within the last couple of weeks, and it bombed. So
Oh, God.
I'm a little less excited for it now, pending they do any sort of like reshoots for it. So we'll see, but I still have some optimism for it.
So I see that it has Ellen Burstyn in it. Is this a
Yes.
sequel?
It will be a sequel to
Okay.
the original. Ellen Burstyn, Leslie Odom Jr. is in it, which I like him a lot. I think he'll bring some gravitas to it. But yeah, I think the potential is there. I love the original. I think it's, not just a good scary movie, but it's just like a great movie in general. And so I think this could be decent. I think where it could get, aside from like the poor test screening, there's apparently supposed to be like, I think it's supposed to be like a new trilogy. And so that could kind of ruin things. Like that could just be a little too much, I think. But I like David Gordon Green. I think he's a good director. I think this one that's coming out in the fall could be decent. So yeah, I'm gonna keep my eyes out for that.
Okay.
The next one that I am, I'd say I'm interested in. I don't know how excited I am. I watched a trailer for this the other day. It looks creepy, but it's a Stephen King adaptation. It's a movie called The Boogeyman, and the trailer doesn't like show like a lot of the story, which is fine. But so I can't say for sure exactly what everything is about, but it looks pretty scary. It's got Chris Messina in it, but I do like Stephen King adaptations. So I thought was really good. I remember growing up watching a lot of like the older Stephen King movies, like on TV, and scaring the shit out of me. So I've always been interested to, see what all they can do. And like, I love The Shining. So I think this could be decent. It's based on like a short story of his that I think he wrote a long time ago, maybe. So it's not like a recent work of his, but I think it's got some potential.
Okay. Yeah, they've been playing the shit out of that trailer at Alamo. Like
Really?
every movie I go see, they're playing that trailer. So maybe it's good.
Yeah, it could be
Didn't
good.
Stephen King get in a recent Twitter spat with somebody? And
Oh, maybe.
it was funny. The guy he got in a fight with was like, didn't realize Stephen King was like one of the most accomplished authors of the last 50 years.
40 years.
That sounds par for the course for Twitter people.
Yeah.
Like just not knowing that, but having an opinion regardless.
Yeah.
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 Makes sense.
Yeah. But yeah, I think it looks kind of scary. It comes out in a few weeks. So I'll probably check it out.
Yeah. Okay. Well, cool. So some fun, scary movies for Kevin to check out this year. Kevin,
Yeah,
how
you wanna
much?
go?
Kevin, would you?
No.
Do you think you would go? How much do you think it would cost? Like, we'd have to pay you for you to go see the new Exorcist in the theater.
Oh boy, I don't want any part of that.
Okay.
So I did see I saw the last couple Halloween movies in theaters. Those were fun. But that's like my level. That's not horror. That's not like actually scary. That's just like a man slowly walking after Jamie Lee Curtis. What's my level? Like I don't want any part of it. Don't get me near that clown. I don't know. I used to watch a lot of them in high school, and I had no problem with it. Like my not to brag, I had a girlfriend in high school that she
That's shocking.
She truly, if you saw my hair in high school, yeah, she loved horror movies, and so we would just watch so many of them, and they were all really bad, and they didn't scare me at all. And then I turned like 28, and I just like don't want to. I'm spooked. I'm easily spooked.
Okay.
I don't know.
We won't make you. We're not going to force you. But like, how much?
Don't make me do
Like,
anything.
If there was money on the table.
I don't know. It wouldn't be that much.
Okay.
If you give me a nice
Your ticket
crisp-
is paid for, and we get you some sour.
I'll get
Patch
you.
Kids.
Yeah, I'll get you whatever candy you want.
I think you do that, and then you hand me a nice crisp 20 for gas for the 3-minute ride.
Yeah.
I'm in.
You guys should go together and then just like film it. Like just like film it on your phones, like the experience. Not the movie. Like that's illegal. But like
Yeah.
that'd be good content.
Ugh.
Tom takes Kevin to a scary movie.
Tom just has his phone just set up, just facing me, and I don't react. I just get really still and tense. So it'd be kind of boring.
Yeah, that's not that fun. Like you don't want to
Maybe
like just
not.
be. It's kind of like eating spicy food, like really spicy food. Like I want to enjoy my food. I don't
Yeah.
need it to hurt me. So, well, okay. Well, there's some horror movies coming out. Be sure to check them out.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I think we got a new segment here on the show.
Tell me about it.
It's called "Where in the Hell is Jamie Foxx?" And I wish I had like a good graphic and sounds to go with that. But guys, I don't know what's going on, but apparently like Jamie Foxx is like either dying or not dying. I don't know, but I wanted to run down a timeline. So if you're not aware of this, like Jamie Foxx like went to the hospital last month, and it's been a complete mystery as to what is going on with Jamie Foxx. So we're going to run through the timeline, and then we're going to speculate. Now, you should never speculate unless you're the CineBoiz podcast, and we're going to speculate. All right, so here we go. April 11th, 2023, Jamie Foxx faces a medical complication. April 12th, Jamie's daughter, Corinne, shared an Instagram post written on behalf of the Foxx family that referred to a medical issue her father had experienced on April 11th, and added that the actor was in very good hands and was already on his way to recovery. So that is over a month ago. April 12th, Jamie's Netflix film halts production. April 13th, people start sending out love to him via social media. Kerry Washington, first to say, hey, appreciation post, sending all the love and prayers to my movie husband. I guess they're going to play husband and wife.
Some of these favorite things people do, by the way.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about Django. I forget that was like before Scandal, I feel like, so I didn't know who she was.
I think it was during Scandal.
Yeah.
Okay. All we know is that
Get your timeline right, bro.
Because all I know her is as Nnamdi Asomugha's wife.
Right? I told every time
wife.
I told Catherine that all the time. She's married to Nnamdi Asomugha, and she's like, who?
Remember the Eagles super
He was
team?
amazing with the Raiders, got traded to the Eagles, then he sucked and decided to go into acting.
Now he's an actor. And he's actually, you know
time
what? I'm going to go ahead and throw it
good.
out there. He's pretty good.
He's good.
Stuff he's in, he's usually really good.
He's good.
Amazing name. Top tier name. Nnamdi Asomugha.
Yeah. April 14th, LeBron James sends words of encouragement to Jamie Foxx. Sending my thoughts and prayers to the heavens above to my brother Jamie Foxx. Get well.
Shut
and
up,
back to yourself
LeBron.
Sooner rather than later, God willing.
LeBron annoys me so much. That's a whole nother topic.
Okay. Well, yeah, so all this stuff is going on. April 14th, People magazine receives a medical update on Jamie Foxx. Few details have been disclosed regarding his mysterious medical complication, but the updates since have been positive, and this is on April 14th. Apparently he was improving. April 17th, Jamie Foxx remains hospitalized. So we've gone 6 days, almost an entire week, and Jamie Foxx is still in the hospital, but we don't know why. Nobody's saying why. They're not releasing anything, which, to be fair, I get the privacy aspect of it. But at the same time, like, I don't know. It just seems kind of suspicious.
It does.
I don't know. What do you guys think?
Conspiracy Ken coming out to play.
I'm usually not a conspiracy guy.
I feel like, though, I agree. I think medical issues, huge proponent of privacy, obvious reasons. But typically, though, whenever like celebrities undergo some sort of like treatment, or there's an incident, or they're hospitalized for whatever, like it's announced pretty soon afterwards, like for what reason. Like
Right.
They always like get word out, have their people announce like this is what's going on. And like they've announced, okay, he was hospitalized, there's medical complication, but nobody is saying like what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And so that just kind of like bucks the trend of like being very public about it. And like,
Right.
so I don't know. It is kind of weird.
Yeah.
Not that they
I
have to
think-
do that, but
Yeah. Go ahead.
I think this is one where it was the perfect actor for the perfect storm. And the sense that like he's got his hands on the acting world, the singing world, all these things. And what I think happened is people heard he was in the hospital. They're like, shoot, got to send off the tweet. And like, because they can't be like, well, LeBron didn't say he was praying for Jamie Foxx. What's wrong with that?
yeah,
Like, I just think that's what happened. And I think
sure.
social media took it, and we've seen social media kill people that aren't dead before.
Yeah,
That's
this is
fair.
a Tom Petty
It's true.
situation.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah. April
Well,
17th.
hopefully not, but-
the
Yeah.
film that he's been working on for Netflix started to resume production without him. April 20th, Martin Lawrence came out and said Jamie Foxx is doing better. So now we're up to almost 10 days. And then Tracy Morgan, Steve Harvey start sending love to Jamie Foxx via social media. And then again, we get another update to People magazine on the 21st of April that says Jamie Foxx is okay. He's still in the hospital and doctors are running tests, but he's awake and alert. They're keeping him under observation. So this is 10 days later. He's still in the hospital. but still no update. He's still okay. Let's skip ahead a little bit because a lot of this is just people saying like, "Hey, get better soon." Nick Cannon did say on April 23rd that Jamie Foxx is alert. So 12 days after.
I don't believe a thing Nick Cannon says.
You know what? Honestly, me neither. Like, I don't believe him. April 27th, Tiffany Haddish says Jamie Foxx is doing well. But May 3rd, Taraji P. Henson comes out and says she's praying for Jamie Foxx. And yeah, then this is the point where it starts to get kind of convoluted because then you start hearing updates about, it's sounding kind of negative.
Yeah.
But Jamie Foxx on May 3rd said, appreciate all the love, feeling blessed, but that's all he says. And then Kevin Hart gives an update saying he's getting better and in everybody's prayers.
This is a I'm still here situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what this is. It's what this has, because why are all these different celebrity actors
Right.
the ones giving updates?
I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of can't stand that because they're
he's
not
doing good. He's
They're
not
not
doing
substantial
good.
updates.
Right. No, they're really not. The on May 3rd, though, also, Fox announced that Jamie Foxx will not host the new season of Beat Shazam. So essentially, for whatever reason,
What?
I assume this is related to the medical.
Hold on. What's Beach Shazam?
Beat
Yeah.
Shazam is a game show where you have to guess what the song is before Shazam can guess what it is. I think that's the premise.
Are they on a beach?
No, Shazam.
Beat.
See, I heard beach.
I did too.
Beat Shazam. Beat Shazam. Sorry. They kind of go Beat Shazam. I
Yeah,
get you.
Beat
That makes sense.
Shazam.
Okay, what if they did it on a beach?
They might. Maybe it's in a beach town. Who knows? But it's Beat
Miami.
Shazam. Beat
Shazam. You've
He
got
will
to
not-
beat Shazam.
He will not be hosting the show. So essentially, this medical emergency.
Side note:
New conspiracy.
is there anything more embarrassing than trying to Shazam a song and then someone catches you doing it,
It is
and they're like,
pretty shameful.
"Bro, you don't know this song?
I don't care.
You're not a real
I
one
don't-
for this."
Not a
dude.
real
What's
one.
really embarrassing is if you do it at a concert.
Yeah.
Oh well, okay.
Oh, what is this song?
Who's this song by?
Why are you here?
Oh man. Well, this is significant
Something my
though because
dad would
Jamie
do.
Foxx he's not losing his job, but he's not going to be working.
Or new conspiracy. What if he's pulling a Pierce Hawthorne and this is how he's getting out of being the host of Beat Shazam?
Maybe. That's a good point.
Yeah. See, lots
So-
of stuff going on.
Yeah, May 5th, we
callback.
start getting some more updates about how he's recovering and
non-doctors.
is no longer in a life-threatening situation. Correct, non-doctors.
Yeah.
Then 7 days later, which is yesterday, May 12th, Jamie Foxx's friends asked their followers to pray. So apparently,
Hold on. When you say Jamie Foxx's friends, because we've gotten a lot of updates from friends. Who are these friends?
Kid Cudi, Tyler the Creator, actor James Woods,
James Woods.
Micah
I
Parsons.
didn't even know he knew Jerry.
Micah Parsons and Robert Griffin III. These are the friends.
Dude, Robert Griffin.
So they're all sending out these things about send up prayer, and then the story comes out also yesterday that Jamie Foxx is still in the hospital, and apparently, is getting better, but people are starting to prepare for the worst. So that's the story that came out early yesterday, and then late yesterday, his daughter came out and said he's been out of the hospital for weeks. He's fine. He was playing pickleball today.
Yep.
So that was the last update we got. So to be honest, I would assume he's probably out of the hospital based on that update. But it's very much nobody really knows what's going on.
Final conspiracy.
Okay.
This is all Chat GPT's fault.
It could be.
Ooh.
It could be. Have you guys used ChatGPT though?
I'm
man.
too afraid.
Dude,
I'm
it's
too afraid.
nuts. I downloaded it.
I have been using AI a lot lately because I got to adapt or die, basically.
Yeah, just get used
My
to it.
job is in peril, so I got to figure out how to use it.
Learn how
before
to use
takes
it so you don't
over.
get left in the dust. That's how I feel. So as of yesterday, apparently he's out of the hospital.
Adapt or die.
And again, you don't want to speculate, but we're gonna go ahead and speculate. So guys, what do you like? You guys have kind of shared it, but what do you think's going on? I have a theory, but I want to hear what you guys.
I mean, it all seems very convenient that he's filming something, and all of a sudden, there's rumors that his name's back out, and we're just, I don't know. Feels a little like, he can't be on the set of this thing that's coming up on August 15th. Shoot, bummer.
Darn.
Wait,
Let's.
what?
Here's what it's called, by the way, and when and where you can see it. So,
Yeah. So it's a.
I don't know.
It's a ploy?
not really. I just think that, I don't know.
Okay.
People, I think celebrities just want to always seem like they're in the loop, and so they hear something, they tweet it out.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
like, see, I'm in the inner circle, so here's what's going on.
I know Jamie Foxx the best. Here's what I
Yeah.
think. I think
And
that's.
I think
It's a competition.
this is like the perfect actor for that to happen to. Because
Everybody knows him, like you
Yeah.
said.
Right.
Knows
He's-
him in some capacity.
He's everywhere. He's done a lot of things. He's just, yeah. He's probably influenced a lot of these people's lives in different ways, just like whether they know him or not, you know? So prayers up for Jamie Foxx. Is really easy to just tweet out.
You're totally right. As far as reach is concerned, he's probably got one of the wider reaches out there.
Sure.
Yeah.
Just based on people he's come in contact with.
Yeah.
And he's cool. People like him.
He's cool. Everybody loves Jamie Foxx.
Yeah.
When he's saying "My Poor Meatball" on Jimmy Fallon, all time.
All timer. Here's my theory, and I've been thinking about this for the past couple of days, thinking about how I wanted to present this. I do think he's had a medical emergency, but
Sure. Yeah.
Jamie Foxx is the kind of guy that like I feel like he's not going to be super secretive about it unless it's something really embarrassing.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So, after much deliberation and thought, the only thing I think it could be, I think he broke his penis.
I was going to say a sexual injury.
I think he broke his penis having sex. That's my theory, is that like he broke his penis, which is a real thing. Like this
But
can
would you
happen.
be out playing pickleball after that happens?
Well, I mean, it's been a month and a half,
But
or
wouldn't
almost
it
a
take
month, or
longer
a
than
little
that?
over a month.
How long
You
did it
gotta-
take for Schmitz to heal?
I don't know.
a whole summer.
Yeah.
But that's my theory. I think Jamie Foxx, and go ahead, clip this, Kevin. Let's put it on social media. I think
Okay.
Jamie Foxx broke his penis. He's embarrassed, as would any of us be. Like I would be
Right,
embarrassed if I broke my penis. But
Would
I think
you though?
yeah,
I got a weak
I'm not
penile,
gonna, like-
bro. That's embarrassing.
yeah. I
Or,
want people to think I
like-
got strong dick.
But what it's like in the NBA, bigger players break down sooner.
Oh, that's a theory.
Dude, that's a theory, and I'm gonna apply that to my
Bigger
Nice.
Yao Ming didn't last long in the NBA because
This
his
is
knees
true.
went out because he's so tall. I take that how you will.
Okay,
That's why I've
that's
had
a really
multiple
good theory.
penile injuries.
Smart.
The bigger guys break down faster.
That's so funny.
So that's my theory. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I mean, you can't prove me wrong at this point. And it makes a lot of sense that maybe that's what happened. He's just a little embarrassed about it, which I understand. But no worries, Jamie. We still love you, man.
So
So
I read multiple things like it was a potential like heart related thing.
that's probably what it is. Let's
and
be
it
honest.
was like that he was forced to bed rest for I don't know.
Yeah, and we do honestly. I hope he gets better because everybody loves Jamie
yeah.
Foxx. But I do like the
Only the
idea that
best.
he's hiding a broken penis. And I felt like I
you're-
needed to share that.
You're definitely right that Jamie Foxx is probably on the list of like 20 personalities that no one really has a problem with.
Yeah, for sure. Nobody hates Jamie Foxx. If you hate Jamie Foxx, honestly, you're
wrong
probably
with you.
racist. That's probably what's going on. That's probably the root of it.
Go watch Horrible Bosses and tell me you hate Jamie
Yeah.
Foxx.
Good luck.
It's maybe one of the funniest like 5 minutes of any movie.
All right, fellas.
What's his name in that movie?
Something Jones?
Something weird and funny.
Motherfucker Jones is his name.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh man. Well, guys, it's been a fun day. Had a good time. Kind of a slow week. Not a lot of new releases.
And
But
I
hopefully we'll
slipped
get
into a
back into the
room.
Yeah, very much a make your own fun kind of day. But we
made
it.
our own fun today. That's what we did.
And I stole the money.
So again, guys, you can find us on social media at the CineBoiz on Twitter and Instagram. Be sure to rate, review, follow, subscribe, all that stuff to this podcast on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify. You can also find us on the Cork Bats YouTube page, youtube.com/corkbats. That's where you can find our VOD. So yes, there is a video that goes with the sound of our voices if you want to go over to Cork Bats and watch that. And then, of course, be sure to follow Cork Bats on Twitter and Instagram at Cork Bats. Check out corkbats.com. Again, our review of Blackberry will be up very soon if it's not there already. Guys, you got anything else you want to say today?
Nope.
Fire Mo.
Yeah, dude.
Fire Mo?
Get rid of the bow tie.
Okay. See you guys.
Bye.